We're here with Bridgewater head women's basketball coach Jean Willi. Team's about to make a trip to Las Vegas, play a couple good teams in Goucher and Scranton. Can you talk a little bit about your expectations and what the team will be doing on the trip?
Yeah, I think obviously it's great that you get to go and play some non-conference opponents, one of which is actually a regional opponent, which is wonderful. When you travel, you're not sure what the matchups will be. That one being Goucher, new coach who we actually played when he was coaching at Pitt Bradford at the York tournament. Very, a strong team, has beaten Roanoke already early in the season. I look for that to be very stiff competition, and certainly as well as University of Scranton, which I think right now is ranked number 16 in the country in Division III women's basketball.
So in the early going, your team is 3-4 overall, 1-1 in ODAC play. Can you talk a little bit about how the first couple weeks have gone?
Sure. I think as we're a work in progress. We're starting to get some freshmen who are starting to get into the flow and kind of understanding what college basketball and competing at that level is about. Our returners are doing a nice job. We're excited about the season. Certainly just with 2 conference games under our belt, we have a long stretch of conference games. Obviously, 14 left to go. So we're expecting really, really good things to happen. I would say, January, February, certainly.
Well, you mentioned the freshmen. I think expectations were high for this team in part because most of last year's players came back along with a good freshman class. It looked like early on you're still trying to figure out a rotation. Does that sort of continue to progress in terms of figuring out which players once?
Sure. Yeah, it is, and it's it's a little bit like chemistry. You just got to get everything in the right places at the right time. And we do have we've been starting a freshman. She didn't start the first couple games. She starts now. We have another one that we're trying to figure out how maybe we can even get her into the rotation at the starting lineup. And I think competition amongst the team is good for those starting spots. And certainly there's some areas where we need to continue to get better, but we are excited about the future with our young players.
And then finally, when you get back in January and get into some of those conference games, what are your expectations and where are you trying to be?
Well, I think obviously, when you look at it, you want to be one of the top, ideally one of the top 4 where you get a first round bye. If that doesn't happen, then you want to be certainly 5 through 8, where then you're getting a first round home game with the tournament, not having to travel in that very, very first, round of the conference tournament.
All right, well, Coach, good luck and hope the team has fun down in Vegas.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Jimmy.